So I cleared some of the brush away to let the sun in, and then I added fertilizer to the soil. But you see, they still aren't doing very well. So we're gonna have to move these plants to another place so they can grow better. Oh, gently, gentle. See, these are the roots. We can move a plant from one place to the next, but we have to be very careful with the roots, because if we're rough on the roots, then we could harm the rest of the plant. Let's try it again. Oh, that one came up easy. Yeah, that's right. Good. See, Annie, you'll make a great gardener.
How come you know so much about kids?
Well, can I tell you a story? When I first started gardening, I did it just because I loved flowers. I thought all you had to do was plant the seeds and they'd grow all by themselves. My parents didn't have a garden, so I didn't know how much work it took to make sure that flowers grew strong and healthy. Children are the same way. Parents love their children the way that they learned how to from their parents. Some parents were never taught how to grow healthy children. So even though they love their children, they don't know how to take care of them so they'll grow big and healthy.
Can you teach my mommy and daddy how to grow children?
You know, there are some people trying to do that right now.
Sometimes I wish I could be here, but sometimes I wish I could be at my real house.
You miss your parents sometimes, huh?
Uh-huh. But I would miss you too.
You know, it's okay to care about your real parents and us too. I care about all my kids, all at the same time. You've been taking good care of Kristen. But Ted and I can take care of both of you. You don't need to worry about her so much. We'll keep you both safe. You were right when you said that I'm not Kristen's mother. You and Kristen already have a mother. And I'm not trying to take her place. I'm your friend. And I want to take care of you.
We have so much money she can just look at her food. I mean, look at her, just staring at it. If it's so interesting, then eat the goddamn food.
Leave her alone, George. She probably isn't hungry.
I don't care if she's fucking hungry or not. You hear that, Princess Annie? When you get a job and you buy your own food, you can sit and look at it as long as you want. But on my nickel,
Annie, you should just try and eat some more. Just try. George, stop it. You're hurting her arm.
You stay the fuck out of this. I am talking to Annie.
Leave her alone.
Come back here, you little bitch.
Stop.
Oh, okay. The hell with this place.
Daddy's sorry. Oh, now don't be afraid. Daddy's not gonna hurt you.
Daddy, no, not again.
Now don't be that way. You don't want to make Daddy angry again, do you, Princess? You know I love you. You know I love you. You know I love you.
There was nothing wrong with my foster parents. It was a good place. I just felt kind of suffocated sometimes. I mean, I didn't feel like I could bring my friends over. It was like we were all pretending I wasn't who I am. The family stuff, I don't know. I just wanted to do my own thing, I guess. Whatever that is. But you know what pisses me off? Is everybody wants to talk about caring. Everybody caring about everybody. They haven't been there, man. Nobody can tell me different. Sooner or later, everybody lets you down. I began to build a wall around myself. Every time I was moved, I built a little more on that wall. And behind that wall was my home, my castle. Nobody could get to me, because nobody knew where the door was. So on the outside, I could make you believe anything you wanted to about me. You need a basketball player? I could do that. You need a good student? I could do that. You need a cool dude? No problem. I could even do white.
And after my mom comes to visit, can we go to my real house?
No, I'm afraid not. You have to stay here.
When can I?
Well, that just depends, Annie. Right now, your mother is getting help to learn how to take better care of you and to stop drinking. When she drinks, she can't protect you.
Where's my daddy?
He isn't living in your house right now. What he did was against the law. He has to learn that hitting you and touching you the way he did was wrong. You know, Annie, lots of people are trying to help your parents right now. And if they can learn how to protect and care for you, then hopefully your family can get back together again. We just want what's best for you and Kristen. Do you have any other questions, Annie?
Ted, isn't it 7 yet?
It's a little after,
How much?
about a half hour.
Half an hour? Well, when is she coming?
I don't know. She said 7 o'clock.
Okay. Tell me when she gets here.
Okay.
Well, she's trying hard to be patient, but, Her bedtime is 8:30 on school nights. Would you be coming right away? Well, I guess we can make an exception tonight. She is so looking forward to seeing you.
What'd they do to your hair?
Lisa fixed it.
It's different. Getting chubby. Guess you don't just stare at your food over here.
She's got a great appetite, believe me.
Well, that's good. Her father just hates it when she won't eat. Doesn't he, Annie? He still worries about her. You behaving yourself?
Yeah, I got to be class monitor. That's it, huh?
School never done me a lick of good. Hard work's what'll do it. She helping out around here? I don't want her getting spoiled before she gets home.
We have a schedule of chores for all the kids, and when it's Annie's turn, she does her chores.
That's good. Good.
Annie, it's late. Now, listen, I know you're all keyed up, but you have to get to sleep now. Annie! Annie, do you hear me? Annie, Annie, Annie. Come on.
Norma, what's wrong?
I hate you. I hate your whole family. I don't want to go back with you.
Did you miss me? I bet you're really glad I'm back. What are we having for dinner?
Somebody's got a lot of energy.
How are you guys? Did you miss me? What did you do when I was gone? You know what I really want right now?
No, I don't, but I hope it's dinner.
Nope. It's ice cream. That sounds so good. Just this once. Could we?
We'll be having dinner soon, Michelle.
I just love my family. I just love getting to be with them. And I love you too, really, really a lot. Can we please have ice cream now?
Let's have dinner, and then we can have ice cream later.
But I just want a double dip chocolate ice cream cone really, really bad right now!
We can hear that you do, Michelle, but we think
That's all I want! A double dip! That's all I want!
Wow. The soul of a gladiator in the body of a 4-year-old.
It was an interesting evening, wasn't it?
Oh, it sure was.
By the way, I did the dishes and we're all set for trash pickup tomorrow.
Oh, good.
But it was tough settling him down, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
You know, he just doesn't seem like the same little guy, does he?
No, ever since his visit with his mom and baby sister, he's been different.
Well, you told me he wet his pants. I mean, what else is going on?
Well, today he kept trying to bite everything. Pencils, his cup. I even had to keep him from trying to bite Natalie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she wouldn't give him her cookie. Oh, and then later I heard this noise, this thumping when he was resting in his room. So I went in there and I found him banging his head against the wall. I don't know, Floyd. I'm beginning to wonder if these visits are harmful to him.
I'll just be a few minutes, okay?
Hey, Charlie.
I had a really great time. I wish it could have been longer. Next time, I want to stay with my mom for a really long time, okay?
We'll see.
Did you miss me?
Of course I did, Charlie.
Can I step late tonight?
You were just full of questions.
I'm kind of hungry.
We sort of rushed through dinner and didn't have any time.
There is some dessert on the kitchen counter. Would that help, Charlie?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about a great big hug for Mommy, honey?
Oh.
Okay. You better get to it now. Get ready for bed.
I'll be right in, Charlie. I just need to talk to your mom for a minute. How'd it go?
I don't know. I'm really mixed up about how I feel right now. I mean, I'm sad our visit is over, but at the same time, I am so relieved. I mean, it was great being back with him again. We did a lot. We talked so much. I have a lot to tell my worker, but I just got so stressed out. Charlie is a handful. I guess you already know that.
He is a bit rambunctious, isn't he?
Thought I was gonna lose it a couple of times.
It must be really tough for you. I was thinking a lot about you during the visit, about how it might be for Charlie to be back home now that you're out of the program.
Yeah. Well, I thought a lot about our talk and the suggestions you gave me, and you were right. Ignoring his whining is really hard, but it worked. And I was about ready to start yelling at him again like I used to. He pushes and pushes at everything. It takes a lot of patience.
It sure does. Consistency, too.
Right. And we really do need to work together on this. Speaking of patience, I don't want to lose my ride, so I'm gonna get going.
Okay, I'll see you Wednesday at our meeting at the agency. Oh, and I believe that Charlie's teacher and your counselor will be there, too.
Super. Are you gonna put in a good word for me?
How you doing, Charlie? You gonna eat that pie? What's the matter, honey?
Well, I had a really good time, but I'm just sort of scared.
What are you scared of?
Well, what if Mom starts using drugs again?
I told her it was a secret, and she just blurted it out to this other girl right while I was standing there. I was so pissed.
You were angry.
You bet I was angry. Gosh, she talked all this talk about how we were gonna be best friends. She goes and tells some girl I don't even know everything about me. She looked at me like I was dirt.
This is reflective listening. Barbara clarifies Stacy's feelings and differentiates them from behavior.
Boy, I know that one. Art calls me thin-skinned. I get my feelings hurt easily when someone I trust lets me down. But I never slugged anybody.
You ought to try it.
Well, you tell me. Does it make things better if you slug people when you're feeling hurt?
Well, it feels good at first. Then it feels worse.
You know, Mr. Rose is about to suspend you from school. I found I needed to take time before I knew who I could trust. So I just stopped telling people things I didn't want repeated until they'd shown me that they were trustworthy. And I slugged a lot of pillows.
Guess what?
The Queen of England left a trail of Oreo cookie crumbs so that you could find your way home.
Really? Guess, Lisa.
I can't.
I'll give you a hint. It's about my teacher.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
You know how she was always nicer after you came to school and talked to her?
Yeah?
Well, today I get to be class monitor.
Wow, Annie, that's great. Now, what does class monitor do exactly?
Picks up all their papers and takes them to Mrs. Bernadetti. It's because now I'm getting all my papers finished in class. That's how you get to be class monitor.
Good for you, Annie. You worked hard for that, and you deserve it. I'm proud of you.
Do I get a candle?
You bet.
All right, whose turn is it for dishes?
Jeremy's, Dee Ted's. Well, according to the schedule. Ah, somebody had the schedule. Jeremy unloads and stacks, and oops, Dee washes.
And Nathan hides.
And Ethan clears the table.
Did you put Annie on the schedule yet?
Not till she gets used to how we do things.
Annie, want to watch me fold the napkins and put them away? We each have our own different color. What color do you want?
Blue. No, yellow. No, I don't care. Any color.
Annie, it makes it simpler if we each have our own color. But you don't have to decide right now. And when you do, you just let us know and we'll get one for you. You felt angry because you didn't get what you wanted. But I can't let you hurt people when you get angry. I really think you need to take about 5 minutes of time out so you can think about all this. When the 5 minutes is up, then we can talk about it. I don't want to talk to you until then. When you've calmed down, we can start the timer.
Nathan's a shithead. I hate Nathan, and I'm never gonna play with him anymore. Jeremy's a stupid shithead, too. Lisa's a shithead. Lisa's a fucker, too.
Did you ask Nathan to give you a 4?
Yeah, he had him, but he didn't give him to me.
Well, even if he didn't, you can't hit him. And we don't swear at people or call them names. If you want to hit, then use a pillow or come and talk about it. Some feelings can hurt a lot, but if you can talk about them, then you can feel much better. Who did the evaluation? Male or female doctor?
Female. But it was still an ordeal for her. Full penetration, a lot of old scarring. You know, her family already has a file, but there is no mention of sexual abuse. But the doctor says that it's been going on for some time now. Her general physical health is okay, but she'll need extensive psychotherapy. School attendance is poor. And average intelligence, quite a bit behind grade level. No particular religious affiliation.
And I wouldn't be the littlest kid anymore.
You know, Nat, that'll mean more responsibility for you.
Yeah, now you'll have to help me help them.
That's right. These kids have been through a lot. They're going to need a lot of help and support.
And Annie won't be feeling playful or even want to be touched at all for a while. And they both may be taking some of their hurt out on us.
How about you, Dee Dee? I think there's a lot about what's happened to Annie that you could understand.
Yeah, I sort of feel like I would be able to understand. Feels good that maybe I could help.
Mr. Sturdivant, how are you? You're kidding. He hasn't been there the whole summer? Well, what days do you practice? I see. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you letting me know. He says Kevin hasn't been there since the second day.
What?
Jeff? Just what's the problem here?
Well, I'd heard it from some other kids, so I asked him about it, and he told me it was just once in a while when he
what?
Dad, I promised.
Do you know anything about his doing drugs?
I'm not his keeper, Dad.
The coach thinks he may have a problem.
Don't ask me to break my promise. He'd hate me.
I need to know. He may be in trouble.
How much trouble is it to make varsity in your sleep and then not show up for practice? Everybody around here seems to need a basketball star. I'm sorry I let you down.
Hey, Jeff. What's going on?
I don't know. Sorry.
Nobody needs a basketball star. What we needed was to find something that was Kevin's, that we could support. Sounds to me like you're comparing yourself to Kevin. I want you to know I'm not. In fact, I want you to know how much I respect you for not quitting basketball just because you have to work at it. It's frustrating for us all, son, to see Kevin with all his natural ability just giving up on it and then lying about it. But maybe we just don't understand the hurt he's feeling.
Everything's a contest with Kevin. Getting to the car first and have the window seat makes his day.
Well, you know what kind of life he's had, Jeff. If he can make a contest out of something, well, then for that moment, he feels like a winner.
I'm the only boy in our family, so I thought it'd be great to have Kevin for a brother. In a lot of ways, it was. But it was hard, too. Like at first, I thought it was great that he was such a good athlete. But when I realized I was jealous of the attention it got him, even with my parents, I was pretty embarrassed. I had to share my room and my stuff. When I try to complain about it to my friends, they'd say it sounds exactly like having a real brother. So I guess I understand my friends better than I did before. But it was fun to lie there at night, talk about life and stuff. I just never experienced any of that before. But I'm glad. I'm glad we did it.
We light this candle for our dear friends Annie and Kristen, whose stay with us has made our lives richer. Our hearts are sad that they are going away. But happy at the thought that they're going home to be with their mother.
Every ending is a new beginning. So here's to Annie and Kristen's new start. And just so you don't forget us, we have an album of our last year together.
Can we all look at it?